Let me tell you guys, at this time, you will begin to see people scatter away from you. And this is not something that you've done. You may be feeling as though that somebody just was like, I don't want to be around him. I don't want to be around her. But it's not going to be that. This is God moving people out of your way. Most of us know how God does. He moves people out of our way so that we can succeed and prosper. And sometimes we cannot be around people or certain individuals who are just lacking in faith. They just don't have enough faith. They're just not doing things the right way. And God don't want you to be around all that. So at this point in time, this is what Spirit is saying, that he's going to scatter a lot of people away from you. So don't start to think that people are just leaving you. Sometimes it'll be people that you truly love that will leave, and you will start to see and wonder why they had to go, whether they leave this physical earth or whether they're still here and they just ghosted you. You'll start to think that, but God is moving them because he wants you to have enough room so that you can do your purpose and live out your life for him. See, many of you are dealing with people who really judge you on the things that you're doing. They judge you on what you do in life, or they say that you think too much, you overthinking, you doing too much, And when they get to saying that, it gets to the point to where that God is like, I can't have them around my people because they're going to try to stop them from doing the work that I've called them to do. And if you can't do the work that you're called to do, then what? What then? It's just going to slow down the progress. It's going to slow down the blessings, and it's going to slow down your purpose. And see, at this point, I feel like God is calling a lot of us to ministry, to do a lot of the work of pulling in other people towards him. And if people or individuals that you're hanging with right now, they're not on that level, they're not going to do it. And see, this is your part where you are being tested to see if you will do it. And if they stop you from doing it, you're not going to be able to do the work of God. That's right. So at this point, you got to get to the point to where you're not caring about if someone leaves or someone goes or stays. You can't get to the point to where you're trying to pull people back in. God don't want you to pull people back in after he's pulled them out. He has to move them out the way so that you can be where you need to be. You have to be in the position. See, you just like a soldier has to be in position. The authorities places people in different positions, right? When they're getting ready for battle, somebody has to be here, somebody has to be here, somebody has to be on the front line, someone has to be in the back, and your position is there. But if you have somebody in your ear telling you, no, don't do that. Because listen, I was thinking about how when I was driving the other day and somebody was in the passenger seat and they were like, don't go. And I was like thinking, go. But they telling me don't go, so I just didn't go. So that's just like manipulating or sabotaging what I could have done. We could have went, because I already knew I could have went, but then when they said don't go, it kind of threw me off. See, God don't want people in your ear like that. It's like, why have them around you if they not on the same accord as you? We all have to. How can two walk together except they agree? If you walking with somebody and they want to go backwards, you want to go forward, you can't agree with that. It's not gonna work. So you have to be in position. So when you're moving in your purpose and God is telling you to do something, somebody else in your ear saying don't do it, it'll be kind of confusing. Some of you guys are strong enough to say, I'm gonna pick my own way, but some of you are not. And this is why he has to move people out the way. This is exactly why. Most of us are more susceptible to listening to or getting confused off of different directions. It doesn't make sense. It's just like driving and you're using your maps. If the map tell you to go left and then they say, oh, my bad, go right. And then they say, oh, I changed my mind, go back left. You're going to be confused. It's going to be a lot of confusion right there. You don't need that in your life. You need somebody who has a steadfast mind, that their mind is stayed on what it is that they're trying to do. And it needs to be in accordance, in an alignment with where God wants you to go. I'm just saying, because somebody might tell you, okay, that's not a demon. They may tell you, listen, that right there is just your thoughts. But all the while, it's a demon. And you trying to change your thoughts, but all the while, you need to be casting it out. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot more to this than you think. It's a lot more to it. We may not understand it right now, but understand that God will lead you. But at this point, he has to move these people out the way so they won't stop you, so they won't confuse you into getting in the wrong place or in the wrong position. You may be over there with them trying to, run it up, talking to them, and you supposed to be in position. See, people y'all dealing with is still out there in these streets. They still doing some things that they ain't supposed to be doing, and they listen to the wrong instruction. Your instructions are clear. Your instructions are very, very clear. But with those people around you, it won't be clear. God wants to change your mind. He wants to put your mind on the things that he wants for you. You may feel as though that you're not on the right direction, You're not in the right position. But it's only because of certain people that you have in your life. And see, people will really actually get a kick out of having you in the wrong position. Some people will use that to their advantage and try to get you on the wrong track. They will try to do it just to get you off track, just to get you to where you're not supposed to be. Therefore, they can move ahead of you. But all the while, we know they ain't moving ahead at all, because if they're on the wrong path and they're not listening to the right voice, they're going to be knocked right back down. So it really don't matter. But you can't have them around you. Their mindset ain't like yours. See, you built different. You built a whole lot different. And if you build different and you connected to something different, someone who's greater than what they're listening to God, if you're connected to God and they're not, it will sabotage your purpose. It will sabotage the things that you do on a daily basis. They will have you thinking that you can do this and you can do that. You can just chill, when God wants you on the front line, standing up for his people. See, you called, and you do have a purpose to be on the front line. See, that means you really outshine a lot of people because you're in front line. And those that aren't meant to be in the back, they may try to pull you backwards. They may try to pull you back there with them. You don't need that. You don't supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to be way back there. Because God wants you somewhere else. He wants you to where he could show you off. To show that you do wear the full armor of God. You do wear his full armor. You are prayed up. You know how to worship. You know how to get in line. They don't. They're still learning. They're supposed to be learning from you. These people are supposed to be learning from you. You in the front, and they supposed to be watching what you doing, so they can get the go ahead. But they trying to pull you with them. It just ain't right. It ain't gonna work. The math won't match just right. I'm just saying. It won't do right. So don't let people that's supposed to be on the back line and you supposed to be on the front line to pull you back. A lot of people will try to pull you backwards just to get you to where you was before. You're supposed to be so much further now, but it's okay. God is pulling you back to the forefront. He wants you to stand on the front line and do what you got to do for him. It's a lot more to this than you think. And that little small detail that you're supposed to be in the front is very important. Yes, it's very, very important. It's imperative to your life, your purpose. You got to have it. You got to be in the front. So stay in the front. Don't let these fools pull you back. Keep going and let them know, look, I love you. I got you, but you got to listen. Just watch what I'm doing and I'm going to help you out. But don't try to pull me backwards. Don't try to pull me back to where you were. Don't try to pull me back to where you are right now. You're supposed to be moving according to the plan of God. So keep doing that. So as he pulls these people out of your way, as he's pulling them away from you, and you may feel ghosted, you may feel like somebody left you out, but it's not that you're left out, it's just that you're being pushed towards the front. You're being pushed all the way to the front, because that's where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be ready at all times. Listen to the voice of God and don't listen to these fools, y'all. I'm telling y'all, they'll try to pull you back. Keep going. Stay steadfast. Walk in your purpose, because you on the front line. You built different, baby. I'm telling you, built a whole lot different. God got you. I love you. Peace and blessings.